Oh shit. We live?
Yes, sir. We are live. What's poppin' with y'all, man? It's your boy
And
JG.
you already know it's Jay Jonah.
Diving into season 7, episode 3.
3.
Tres.
Less. You
Say
should
that.
got me a Coke. What's poppin' with you, Pop? Welcome back, man. For the new listeners tuning in, make sure y'all go follow, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so when we drop every week, you know that we're coming to give y'all some shit. You know what I mean? And you already know that this one, it's the same. It's the same. We're not finna make it nothing crazy. He's just the only guest that necessarily is able to sit down twice without there being any complication behind it. You feel me?
Fact.
Today, you guys, we got the 3 of BSP joining with us. You know what I'm saying? The guy behind the camera, the big homie Emil Bustos. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
good?
What's up with you, Pop?
fellas?
It's good
Glad
for
to be
you
with you. Glad to be on this side of the camera again.
Man, how does it feel? I mean, how
Yeah.
have you feel you've necessarily got? I don't know what I'm saying, bro. What's up, dog? I was
What's
gonna
up? How
say
you
it's
doing,
been a
big
minute
man?
since you've been on camera,
No,
bro.
yeah,
Let's
it's been a
welcome
minute,
back.
but I'm glad I'm here. I mean, we're here week to week with y'all, and it's always fun. And it's different as always to be on this side of the camera, but I'm glad it's with you guys. We always have a dope time, even before or after the camera goes on. We're always having dope conversations, so
Thanks.
it's always fun to catch one of our conversations on camera.
Thanks. So you already know we ain't switching shit up today.
Nope.
You already know. Before we get into the week, bro, you want to know what we drinking on? Because you know with Emil being on, we had to go something crazy.
Man, for people that don't know, my man Emil is a straight Mexican. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a Mexican. He's a Mexican. You know what I'm saying?
Is that your choice?
What do you mean? Whose choice?
Is that your choice? Is that why you did what you did?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. I was gonna say, my man Emil, he be drinking with the tequilas, things like that. You know what I'm saying? He be coming through with the mixed drinks. But today, they asked me, they said, all right, go ahead, do what you want. I said, JG, you the alcoholic of the group. Go ahead and pick the bottle for us all. You know what I'm saying? So what I do, I went ahead, I bought me the Douce. I bought us the Douce for us to be able to enjoy. I'm not gonna lie, as soon as Emil took the first shot, he was like, ah. I'm like, oh no.
I started speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
But he drinking it with us though.
I ain't even gonna lie. We introduced him. Hold on, let's take a shot. We got to.
Take a shot right now?
We have to. Come on, guys.
Introduction shot?
It feels
Intro
good to
shot.
be back with Emil in front of the camera.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a dope ass conversation.
Blessings, brothers.
Salute, fellas.
Salute.
Ooh. All right. Another epic week. Dude, we're moving and grooving into the year. It's damn near already July.
Fact.
Oh, yeah. 4th of July is coming up.
I know, I'm excited. But American Airlines this week cancels hundreds of flights through July due to labor shortage.
Like they didn't have enough people to work.
American Airlines announced hundreds of cancellations and even more delays as the company struggles to deal with internal labor shortage.
See, I saw that too. And I looked up, then I went right after I went to the American Airlines website.
No.
I didn't see any jobs out there.
Oh, like they're
wow.
not promoting, we're hiring or nothing like
they're
that?
not promoting. Like they have jobs, but it's all like corporate level. I didn't see any like airport jobs for American Airlines. I'm like,
As they
wait,
should be.
hold on.
My
Shouldn't you
first
be
thought
posting
on
like
that
crazy right
is
now?
like, what if they didn't? What if they just kept the flights going? Like, fuck it, we need the money. They're putting a lot of motherfucking lives at risk. Like, wait a minute, you guys have nobody working for your plane? You know what I mean? Like, no one's really out here supplying what they
Yeah.
need to be supplied
Yeah.
when it comes to the plane going up in the air type shit. You feel
Yeah,
me?
I think a lot of it is that it's the crew outside of the plane. Because pilots, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you have pilots, but
Yeah.
There-
But the
there's-
crew, you gotta have like 6 crew members on
Yeah.
board type thing on each plane.
then the guys with the little, what is it? The
The
little light things
I
outside.
call
The
them
guys putting it in
lightsabers.
the bags.
Oh. See, now that makes you think, like, how do you guys how do you guys get a shortage? This is like because you
Ooh.
guys don't want to compensate your workers?
That's my question though. Are those guys working for the airport or are they working for the airline?
I think it's through the airline.
Okay.
Yeah, they get hired through the airport, but then they have to go. I don't. Yeah,
You
I'm-
get
don't quote
subjected
me
to
on this, but
Southwest.
yeah, I
or
think
you know what I'm
you
saying?
go with who you go. Like,
Got
yeah.
you. Yeah, I said, while it may only equate to about 1% of their total flights, the cancellation are a huge blow as travel demands ramp up for the summer. It is now rumored that cancellations are also partially due to pilots who are not fully trained on a handful of new Boeing 737 airplanes. So it is the pilots.
It is pilots too. They're not as well trained.
Yeah, that worries me, bro. That worries me because it's like,
but I asked my pilot next flight, hey, how long you been flying?
For real though. Man, I get you want a paycheck, but nigga, my life is on here right now, bro. Fuck, what the fuck?
Damn.
That's true. They don't have he only did 30 hours of fucking flight time. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna make the standards way lower so that way they can get more people to do it.
Get the flights out. Right? That's how I see it. It's like they're just gonna make the standards at the minimum.
That alone is crazy though. Right now, the labor shortage. So I just came back from Tennessee a couple of weeks ago. Everywhere you went in the airport, every shop, every spot, hiring. When I got to Atlanta, I landed in Atlanta. Then I took a shuttle up to Tennessee. Everywhere, now hiring. Where are all these people? Why is no one working?
Man,
why would they?
Man,
I mean,
I got that written down actually.
Well, are they collecting right now? Are you still collecting?
You're still collecting.
Like, as in, like, unemployment, are they still getting double than what they're supposed to? Or no, is that just regular now?
I don't know.
I don't know about that. But people definitely are still on unemployment for a fact. I was going to ask y'all, what's y'all take on people still coming out with EDD out nowadays? Like, it was for the pandemic. That's when everybody was on it. Now you got people, like, a year and a half now that's still on unemployment. What y'all take on that?
I mean, that answer right there with no one wanting jobs, bro. Everybody got comfortable. I think they got comfortable with free money. No one wants to work no more. Like, why go put in the work when I can get it for free and I can make this money and flip it in the stocks right now? No, don't do it. Crypto's going down. Don't listen to me. But fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? They're lazy. They're lazy now. They got very fucking comfortable. So it's like, why would they go back to work?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
But who does that cost at the end of the day?
Us, the consumer. Right?
Well, the workers, the ones that our taxes are paying for all of that stuff.
Oh,
that's been going on.
I know that's been going on, but now it's like,
I feel like it's max now. I think it's more obvious. I think.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it might not be our generation, but the upcoming generations, they're going to be paying for it because all that money's.
That's true.
Someone's going to pay for it.
Yeah,
there's a lot. The thing about America, we've been in debt since we ever started this whole damn country. So it's like at the end of the day, I don't think that's going to affect too much anything. Like they keep making like the cost of living go up and the minimum wage go up, but as far as like I don't know, bro. Like our roads are still fucked up. They be like, oh man, we made $3 trillion in taxes in California. We're gonna put it back into the roads, and our roads are still fucked up. So at the end of the day, I'm happy that people still got like they stimulus checks or they got their EDD, they got this, that, and the third, because they really getting breaded out, and they never would have got breaded out.
Yeah. Did you hear that this week too, though? Gavin put out like a little quote saying that all the landlords, everyone that's owed rent for the last year and a half is going to get paid rent.
Everybody that's owed rent.
Yeah. So if you're a landlord and you were renting out and because of pandemic, your tenants couldn't pay rent, Newsom said, don't worry, California is going to cover that.
Ooh. Oh, wow. That's
Shout
nice.
Out. Okay.
That's nice.
That means if you were already like in the eviction process.
Okay.
So I'm like, so wait, so what you're telling me is I could have gone a whole year without paying rent.
Yeah. And they would have cashed him out regardless.
They would have, man.
And I would have just moved into a new spot and started over again.
Facts.
Damn.
That's a cheat code they didn't want everybody to know. That's
That's wild. The PPP shit, everybody's starting to get caught up for that shit, though, for real.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple of scams and stuff going on.
Yeah, it's getting caught up to them. But hold on. Let's get back to the week.
Nah, man. Did y'all hear about that PPP loan in the week where it was, I forget, damn, whose wife was it? Oh, what's his name? Ace Hood. I think it was Ace Hood wife exposing him for PPP loans, bro. This down the third saying, oh yeah, this nigga only had $2,500 and now he got $143,000 in PPP loans. Exposing this nigga. You ain't got no employees. You said you got 30. I'm like, damn, bro. Like it's BM type shit. Like, girl, like that's fucked up in my opinion. Like really exposing him.
What is he supposed to do?
Who?
After that? Ace Hood. What's the action you take when that's happening?
Man, we already know what to take. Nigga definitely finna go through. I mean, he can't get mad at her because he did it. She just brought it to light. At the end of the day, he just ended to play his distance. It's fucked up. Like you thought that you was gonna be able to do something that's gonna benefit really maybe both of you or really just you. And then you got the other person that's really putting you out there for the fucking world, Craig.
A wise man once said nothing at all. But a new study.
That was a woman that said that though.
No, but Ace Hood, the wise man, once said nothing at all. Don't say a goddamn thing.
Fact.
A new study fails to find any tuna DNA in Subway tuna sandwich. We cannot identify the species. The New York Times published a report revealing lab tests didn't find amplifiable tuna DNA in Subway's popular tuna sandwich? If not tuna, what is it? Bro, what the fuck? What are we talking about here? Now, if they're doing that to tuna, what makes it say they're not going to start doing that with all types of meats?
Oh no,
'Cause
it's
you know what I'm
been
saying?
happening.
What the
Yeah,
fuck is a
You
hot
guys,
dog?
you guys
Beyond Meat.
remember that was the big thing with Taco Bell probably like 5-6 years ago.
I remember the cancer billboards.
Yeah, well, they said that the Taco Bell meat wasn't actually beef. They don't know what it was. They said it was, I guess, soy. They ended up saying it was soy. But I mean, I'm
Soy.
Look at Jack in the Box tacos. What
Jack
the
in the
fuck is
Box
that?
tacos, I mean, we consume it.
Damn.
Every day.
Every day.
I'm not every day, but
But
when we
yeah,
get drunk type shit. Hell
So,
I
yeah.
mean,
So-
I'm the type that Taco Bell, it could be monkey meat. I'll still go get Taco Bell. I don't care. Taco Bell's
Really?
good. Taco Bell's good. I
Oh,
like
Damn,
this Taco
I
Bell.
got a steak quesadilla like 3 months ago. Never got one again just because I used to love them back in the day, but eating one again, I'm just like, bro, this is not steak, bro. Don't play me. You cannot play me that this is some type of steak.
So if you had to choose between eating a monkey rib plate or a dog rib plate, which one you choosing?
From where? From Taco Bell?
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, he's almost like he contemplating this.
What did you
Damn
say?
it.
What did you say at the beginning while introducing the alcohol? Emil is a true what? Mexican.
Mexican. Exactly. He said,
Mexican.
is it at Taco Bell?
Yeah.
But honestly,
Mexican.
what would y'all rather eat? You know what I'm saying? Some like
Some monkey rib or some dog?
some dog ribs, not no
Monkey,
pork
'cause
ribs.
I love
Monkey.
dogs.
I'm going for monkey.
Damn. But they say monkey's like the closest thing to us. So like you pretty much eating like kind of like a version of us in a sense.
Are you what is that called?
Vegan?
No, I'm thinking religion now. When they think we evolved from monkeys, what is that called?
Fuck,
Darwinist?
No, it's not a
Evolutionist or whatever.
Evolutionist. There you go. Okay.
Evolution.
Yeah.
Evolutionist?
But no, yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. Real shit.
Man. That's wild. No tuna in Subway.
Let me ask y'all a question.
I got a Scooby stack. My bad.
We all have been living on our own for a minute now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We could say that. Emil's the oldest out of all of us, just to clarify.
Man.
Emilio.
Weekly, talking to y'all, what is the most challenging thing about living on your own weekly? On a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis.
Did you pull that?
I got 4 dogs, so fucking for me it'd be cleaning up all they shit on a weekly basis.
Meal prep for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I try to do it weekly, like just once a week on
So hard,
Sundays.
bro.
It's
It's-
hard because you can't gauge. I mean, you try to gauge, okay, I'm going to eat all these meals at home, but one thing or another comes up and you're like, dang it, now I got to throw this food out or
Yep.
try to figure it out. So then just figuring out too, what can I eat all week that I'm going to actually eat all week?
Mm.
So I think that's been hard on a weekly basis when it comes to living on my own.
No, and even with the meal prep shit, even if you do it that Sunday, bro, it takes up the whole goddamn
Yeah.
Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You got to go grocery shop, then go cook all of the foods for the week on
Yep.
top of that, and it goes bad. And that's what I think. And you're eating the same shit, so it's like, fuck.
It gets boring.
It definitely gets boring.
Yeah, I can't eat leftovers ever. So like meal prep is all the way out.
Not even for like, what if you got them delivered necessarily on a sense where it was a new meal every day,
Then yes.
but
If once I put it in the
your
fridge,
oh damn, I was say, but your 7 days come at one time.
I can't.
No?
Once I put it in the fridge, once I get hot food cold, I don't like warming it back up again.
Really?
I don't know what it is,
So
bro.
you never use your microwave.
For pizza, ask Becky. Ask Becky.
That's it. Well,
That's
that's
it.
good. My shit is, I think, laundry. Laundry, I can get her done, but fucking folding
That
her and doing the
folding
whole
process?
9. Oh,
I enjoy the
that shit
folding
is, on a
process.
weekly basis. I like it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, just because but the fact that I just let it like stack up more than usual than I should.
It just goes from the bed to the chair.
It just goes different places. Oh
Facts.
damn, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's another bedroom? Throw it in there. For real.
Exactly.
That's no
Laundry.
cap. Laundry is cool until you start to have to do the blankets and the pillows and the fucking
Oh man.
all that type of shit.
Man, speaking on that, like right now I'm living with some friends from college right now. So they're housemates. Shout out to them for giving me a spot.
Shout out to the housemate.
Say that.
I don't know. Have you guys ever lived with housemates, roommates?
I have.
Yeah. How's that been for you? So I was telling Jay Jonah a couple hours ago. You know, I come from a Mexican household where Mexican tradition, you're at home until you get married. So me leaving the house before I got married and moving out on my own was a big deal.
Wow.
To my dad, especially my dad. Believe it or not, my mom was like, "Yeah, cool, dip, it's good."
Yeah, I thought it'd be the opposite.
No, my mom's like, "Yeah,
want you home.
all right, get going."
Wow.
My dad was like, "Wait, what are you doing? What's wrong? You don't like it here?" Like, so we had to have a conversation about that.
I'm not gonna cap in black families, it's the opposite.
Yeah, so it's weird like that. So I started living on my own probably like 3 years ago. First roommates, top notch, great people. These people are great as well. But what have been your experiences with like
Wait, hold
roommates?
on, real quick. You East Oakland to
I went from East Oakland to Hayward, where I went to school, and then from Hayward, I'm up in Rancho now.
Okay.
Up here.
How's the valley treating you? How's it
It's
treating
hot
you?
out here.
It's fucking hot,
It's
bro.
hot out here. No one told me that it gets hot in the afternoon.
Well, not only that,
Later in the day.
You definitely came in a bad year. I don't know if this is gonna be a continuous, but this global warming and shit, this shit is a lot hotter than the usual fucking.
And I'm trying to buy myself a ranch out here. I gotta figure it out.
Oh, man.
Better put some awnings over that motherfucker. It's a hell of trees.
You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it for sure. But living with roommates, bro, for me, slim to none, to be real. I've always lived with a shorty, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was always the one, but I had one other roommate on top of that. 2 months, bro. After 2 months, it was a cut it. Gotta go. Cause I don't know. It's just when it comes to
gotta go.
You gotta go. It's just when it comes to living with somebody, it's a whole nother thing. Like they say, don't move in with your good friends. You know what I'm saying? Because being in a living situation with a good friend can ruin a friendship for real. And I've learned that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just my thing with roommates. I don't know. I don't like. I can hang out with people for a certain amount of hours, but when I get to my home space where I feel comfortable the most, I don't want you in that realm at that point. You know what I'm saying? I guess is how I feel about it.
I feel it.
Does make sense. Yeah, I had roommates when I first moved out of my mama house, and shout out my man Edgar. For the most part, it was cool. Just we had to learn like how to balance out like we talking about laundry, having to break down that, like having to break down like dishes when you have roommates, things like that, like having to clean up after each other type thing. We had to not fallouts, but it's like, hey man, like those your dishes, or hey JG, you gonna vacuum, or hey man, hey JG, you got a fucking cat, you gonna clean that shit out, that type shit. Like you try to respect other people. Taught me a lot how to respect other people's spaces and how to appreciate them also respecting mine. But other than that, like just the cleaning process. Sometimes some days like you will wake up and like, fuck, I got to clean this whole thing if I wanted to get it clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to have that mutual respect with your roommates. And Edgar came through. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker paid rent on time too. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing when people pay rent on time. Go check that out, please. Please, just check it out because he said he's not. He said he's leaving. But yeah.
No, I think that shit's hard, bro. Having a roommate is very difficult.
Yeah. I mean, when I first went to college, I had 6 roommates. We all lived in a room, probably about the size of the studio.
Bro, talk to me. How was it for you? Like, you're asking us. What about you?
It was a triple bunk.
Triple bunk, like three bunk beds?
3 bunks, and it was 6 of us. So there was 2 of those sets. It was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
And then all we had was a cubby, like a straight up.
This is college, you said?
Yeah, this was college. My first year in college. Was like right after high school. It was in Texas. I moved to Texas for this program out there. And they moved me in with 3 white boys, a Canadian, and my boy Bobby from Houston.
Bro,
so
that's a black dude to sound like.
Yeah, he was black. It was good. It was an interesting experience. Me and Bobby had a run in the first day because he wanted the bottom bunk, and then he'd put down like his phone or something on it. But then I put myself, he's like, nah, bro, that's my bed. I'm like, there's nothing here of yours. Like, yeah, I put my phone down. So we squashed it right quick. We're like, all right, I'll get the top one. It's fine. Ended up, throughout the year, I finessed my way into a bottom bunk of one of the guys.
Say that.
But that was my first experience. It was definitely different.
How was bringing females back to the crib?
They didn't allow us in that one because it was all boys. They had all boys, all females kind of thing, but we couldn't bring him into our dorm rooms.
Got you.
Shot.
It's good.
But yeah, it was crazy. I think what I learned there was I appreciated my mom a lot more. and my parents as far as like educating us to be clean and be organized. Because when I saw some of these, I mean, no cap, not to hate on the white boys, but
it's not even that, bro.
some of them weren't.
People in general are fucking
they weren't
dirty,
clean.
bro.
Yeah, they weren't clean. They weren't dirty. Like we had to have those like room meetings where we're telling one guy, dude, don't leave your drawers out like that. Like clean up after yourself, please.
Yeah.
That's good communication though. Motherfuckers just let it build.
So I learned that at a young age, moved back home then after, finished off school, and I was living at home, lived there for a while till recently. Then I moved in with my other homeboys, and that was a really good experience. I mean, we had maybe 1 or 2 meetings during the years, like, hey, let's just be clean about it. I think what's helped is when I moved out again, I was, my 30s. So at that point, like we were all about that same age group. So we're all responsible adults. And they're like, dude, just like John said, like just clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Come on,
and that
man.
was, that was chill. I mean, we lived with them through COVID. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Was that difficult? Did you get tired of them at certain times?
No, I mean, because we all had our thing. We were still all pretty busy, even though we lived under the same roof, but we all still did our thing. We're all very respectful of each other. So we weren't like in each other's faces or anything. So that was always a fun experience. But I mean to say, I think now this generation, they're going through that a lot now.
Yeah.
Like everyone's either moving back home. What do you guys think about that? Like someone in their late 20s, 30s. Yeah.
Let's answer that one. Go ahead, y'all. Yep. Jonah, you definitely just brought up something about what was the weekly question that you just said about when we had to go into
what's the biggest challenge weekly?
So having with the roommates, what's the biggest challenge weekly when you got the roommates? Like for real? Like what is the actual biggest challenge with you guys? Is it the cleaning?
When you're living in the same room or
saying, oh shit. No.
In the same house.
Same house. Yep.
I think it was the cleaning.
Yeah.
That was definitely it. Like knowing like we try to, be adults like, okay, yeah, if the bathroom's dirty, let's try to just kind of figure it out. But I think reminding people on a weekly basis, like, hey, I cleaned last week, dude. Like,
come on now.
You get on it. Come on.
Yeah.
Or like
closed mouths don't get fed type shit.
So it was that kind of deal. It's like, we didn't get to the point, but we were talking about like, let's come up with a schedule. But by then it was like, we figured it out.
Yeah.
So I think that was the hardest thing, just the cleanliness.
Got you.
I had something written down kind of towards that. You said Canadian, all different types of ethnicities under one household. I said, can people with vastly different cultures make it work under one household? Is that can we say that can happen?
I definitely saw that. Yeah. I definitely saw that happen. So my last like roommate situation in Hayward was with my coworker and with like my lifelong friend. One of them, his parents are Korean. My other friend's black, and I'm Mexican. So very different homes, very different upbringings for all three of us. But we all got along pretty well because we respected each other. And I think that's what it always came down to with any situation. If you respect each other's space, if my door's closed, knock. If it's open, you can come in, whatever it may be. So that was always that situation.
I was gonna ask, for some people, I'm saying, some people really just don't know certain situations. So when you go through growing up with different ethnicities and different people, how do you deal with when you have to deal with, oh man, I just didn't know, or oh, I didn't know, or oh, my bad.
So I'll give you a real life experience. One of the funniest ones in that moment was Latino communities, Mexican families, for some reason, moms, and I always saw this, we store our additional like pots, pans, cutting boards in the stove.
Oh, yep.
So I think one time I stored a pizza in there or something, or one of my roommates stored a pizza, and then we had some pots and pans in there. And I think my other boy came in and he turned on the stove because he was gonna make something, and all of a sudden I just hear all the alarms going off. And he goes, "Who put this in here? Like that's where you store stuff."
That's where I grew up.
That's where I grew up. You're supposed to check before you turn it on.
Open it up. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So that was one of those moments where you're like, oh, okay. I think we that was one of like the little cultural kind of things. But
makes sense.
But yeah, you kind of, you learn as you go on the way, and it's always cool because you get different perspectives. You have a good time. You're introduced to different circles of friends, circles of people through roommate experiences, which, for me, it's built kind of a big network of people that I know, that I'm, not necessarily super close with, but I know, and, I can hang out with, and I know, oh yeah, we met through X, Y, and Z, and, it's always a good time.
Got you. Now that's cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I just burnt my sock off damn near, bro.
With an ash?
Bro, look at my shoe.
What, bro?
Bro, my finger's black right now. That
Man.
damn near knocked the whole fucking
So
shit into my
I
fucking
think
shoe.
I gotta go ahead. Email my bad.
Oh, speaking of living situations, would you guys? I have a boy that he's on the road right now. He's living off. He built out a van, and he's living in it. He's been traveling. He's in Florida now.
When you say van, like Scooby Doo van type thing or what?
Yeah, I think he imported it from Japan.
Oh yeah,
It's a diesel. It's a V4 diesel, all-wheel drive. I don't know what kind of model it is, but he brought it over from Japan. He started in Washington or Oregon, and he's in Florida now. He's been traveling for the last 3 months.
It's a bed in that. It's a bed in there.
Yeah, he built it out to a bed. It has a shower. He's
A
got
shower?
he's got power. He's got like a mini kitchen in there and stuff. And then here and there he pops into like a campsite or the city to do work. Plug in, do work. Kind of get do his work, get it out.
Yeah,
but then he's
there's
just
Wi-Fi there.
he's just on the road.
That's
Would you guys be down to live like that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I might need my own bus if we go to all three of us though. No, I'm capping. But I would do it. I would do it if we had enough. You know what I'm saying? I would do that, bro. For me, because I watch what is it? Tiny houses.
So you'd be willing to sacrifice kind of your daily luxuries to change it up to that?
Yeah, all I just need is the house type thing. Like you seen the shed. That's all I need in my life type thing. But for me, yeah, I would do that, bro. Like $40,000 on like a whole fucking mobile home type thing.
The idea sounds great. Don't get me wrong. Sounds amazing. But I just know living it is a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be able to spread out, wake up, have my space, have my area to set up my clothes or what I'm gonna wear that night.
I feel like you
It's gonna be all tight though. We're gonna
Yeah. So I think with that, what you're saying is not only is it a change in daily habits, but it's a change of mind.
Yeah.
Kind of just say like, you probably won't have as many outfits. You'll only have 2 or 3 pieces of clothing or 4, maybe 2 outfits.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, all right, this is all I'm gonna wear. Just wash it. So you're not like, oh, I got my rack of shoes. I got all this other stuff. It's just like
Becky in the background, like, fuck that. I can't do that. No, Becky, like, I got too many this, that, and the thirds. I mean, that's a good point.
No, that's true. Like
that's
I
a
said,
good point.
it's different, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
you're
It's a
living
different
on the
mindset.
road.
Yeah.
But you see a lot. I would love to do that. I'd love to take a.
So what I'm getting out of this is, of course, we don't plan to live like that forever, but I'm gonna just get it to a little, box. I say I'll do that for a year to 2 years
2
at
years
the max. At the max.
Yeah.
Exactly
After 2 years, like I'm like, damn, bro, like fuck.
maybe
you know what I'm saying?
6 months.
6 months.
I do a year for sure.
I could travel.
I
I could travel the year. I could travel
Yeah.
a good amount of the world in 6 months. No. I think
World,
so.
yeah,
the-
for sure.
You're not. Well, you only can go to the country. You ain't got
Yeah,
no
that's
water
what I'm saying.
boat.
Not world, the country. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Travel the country in about 6 months.
I do that.
I'd do a couple of years, maybe 3.
Seriously?
3. If I could travel from Alaska all the way down to Chile, South America, in
Oh,
a
because we are
van and stuff,
connected. We are connected.
I could do that in 3 years. I'm down to do that.
So he's talking about being out and about, right?
Yep.
Ocean or mountains?
Like, what do you mean?
Asking like ocean or mountains. Is that which one are you choosing to be around when it comes to necessarily traveling?
I like the mountains. I think I'd choose the mountains overall.
Bah, mountain goat.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What
Ocean-
the fuck is in the bro? I mean, with the ocean, there's so many pluses that come with it. You open the window, hear that breeze, hear the waves
Bro,
splash.
Godzilla out there somewhere in the ocean. What the fuck? Hell no.
What is in the mountains,
Megalodon,
bro?
Megalodon is out there in the
Y'all
ocean.
gotta
We seen it,
chill.
no, man.
Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta
Oh
chill,
my god, bro.
In the mountains, though, you're talking about bears, coyotes, mountain lions. Come on, bro. I feel like the ocean, they can't get out of it.
I mean, no. Wait. In the ocean, you feel like you. What do you mean? Like what?
Anything besides Godzilla can't get out of it.
Okay, bro. Sperm whale, nigga. If I see a sperm whale or a blue whale, I'm tripping, nigga. What the fuck?
They
It
can't
don't gotta
get
be a
out.
shark.
Bro, but if you're living by the ocean, you're telling me living by the ocean compared to living in the mountains is different?
I thought you meant like literally living in the ocean.
No.
Like got a
You
houseboat.
got
I gotta
the
live
ocean.
in the ocean.
Living by or living in?
I'm by the ocean for sure.
I'm by the ocean. For
Okay.
sure. But I do prefer the mountains because I do feel there's a lot more you can do.
It's airy
As far as
too.
like being
Feels
outdoorsy.
great. Feels great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's air, it's fresh. You can go hunting, you can go off-roading, you can go fishing, there's
I'm
lakes,
not a
there's
bug
rivers.
type of
I'm
dude,
switching
bro.
mine. I'm switching mine.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. If I'm going like this
If I'm in California and if I'm in Tahoe and I gotta drive, I'm not just talking about the lake, but if I live in Tahoe, which is in the mountains, I drive 3 hours to Dillon Beach or whatever type
Yeah.
thing. I got the ocean, and you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But
So-
I wouldn't live in Dillon Beach. I would live like somewhere down south. But when you go like San Diego or LA, where's the mountains out? Where's the mountains out down south? I've never been.
You got to go far out.
Far.
Yeah, well,
3 hours plus or no?
yeah. I mean, what the ones in Santa Clarita are the nearest, the San Pedro Mountains.
That sounds
Yeah.
like it's like 3
The
hours
Padres.
plus. Yeah.
Padres Mountains, yeah.
What's
me-
something terrifying that we all have to accept about life?
Ghost.
Death.
Yeah.
Then you take it to that level.
That's an answer. It's an answer.
It's terrifying. I know.
But some people accept it,
JG
bro.
always JG doesn't like to talk about it,
I'ma
but it's
spark up.
we have to accept it. It's coming.
But is it terrifying though at that point if we know it's coming?
I mean,
You know what I
everybody
mean?
has to go through it, yes, but that doesn't make it better for the individual to accept it. No, like, yeah, I get we're all gonna be up there one day.
Yeah.
That don't mean I want us all to die,
No, of course not.
or
But-
not to die, but like I don't want to see us all dead per se. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see us all dead. But I just found out recently somebody's mother just lived, or grandmother, of course, but it is somebody's mother. 120, 118, black
Dang.
lady.
I
But
told
then I
you,
look
bro.
back, then there was like an
Can you
Asian.
answer this question? The before Christ, how old did people live to?
I think the longest stated individual in the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, his name was Enoch, and he lived to like over 950 years.
Told you, bro. What
Yeah.
they're doing something to us to shorten our lifespan.
What was time back then though? Like, what if 950
Yeah.
years? What if a year was a month?
Yeah.
That
So
could-
that's a big debate too, like what
Okay.
our timeline was compared to theirs, and there's a lot of
Definitely.
factors that we don't understand of why they use those dates and times. But
Like, I'm not knocking the number.
Yeah.
The years is cool, but like,
900
no, but now that you mentioned that, no,
hey,
actually,
hey, Jay, I don't,
Imagine what he looked like at half of that.
yeah,
bro,
You
literally
feel me?
skin and bones. But what's see, like,
Yeah.
so when you
Or
hear it
healthy as fuck.
well,
at
yeah.
900 and
Or no, at 650.
So the Bible talks about
half of
Moses.
it, yeah, right.
I think it says Moses was like 120 years, and it says this phrase is the light had not dimmed in his eyes. What that meant, and like, you know, as I've learned about what that phrase meant, the light had not dimmed in his eyes, even at 120 years old, basically says he was sharp, he was strong, he was just taken before his time in that way.
Wow.
At 120 years, I'm like, dang, that's
a lot of years to
Yeah,
go. And,
and
you're saying
to-
he should have had more.
yeah, that's
That's-
basically what the
but then think
writer
about
was
it.
saying. Yep.
You know, you factor in everything that's been around. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol, LSD, opiates, weed, anything. You know what I'm saying? All the things that alter a man's body goes back to fucking what? I don't even know. Man before time, because they was drinking wine back in like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Back in the thousands. You know what I'm saying? We're in 2000s. In the thousands.
But it was wine. And I'm sure there's more than what we know. But I think me and Emil were just talking about this when we got food right now. Is speaking on the new generation that they don't know how to have a conversation.
Who?
The younger generation before us. You feel me? What we see coming up now. And when they talk, they can't talk in person. They're used to talking over text, talking over the phone, or even social media in
Yeah.
general. Am I right?
Yeah, but when you go to face, all you get is
Yep.
uh-huh.
That's what
Nah.
I'm getting to. And
Well,
why
maybe.
is that? How many
Yep.
how many young homies you know sipping syrup right now,
Yep.
smoking weed,
Yeah.
drinking early, like doing all these type of things to their body when they're still developing.
Right.
You feel me? Like it just shows like
There's an
back then
effect,
they
yeah.
were drinking wine probably at the young age, but it wasn't even young at that age. You know what I'm saying?
I see your comparison. That is true, man. Like, in a sense, to me, what I'm getting from it is like, if we're in a sense killing off our own years. You know what I'm saying? If that
Yeah.
was the case for us to be able to get to that, like I said, somebody just had a 128th birthday. That don't make no sense to me. But
Yeah.
it's like, that should be, in a sense, the norm. Like, maybe life might circle back around and somebody actually might make it to 200 years old, which would be a trip. I'm not saying it won't happen. I feel like it will happen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the person, you know what I'm saying?
It
But
won't happen though, because by how it's looking, there's no way those people that will live that long are gonna be gone before that can happen.
So
You
that's
get
the
what I
thing.
mean?
That was the crazy thing. I was earlier this week, I was watching a video, and they kind of broke down as like, and I remember this because if you look back probably to like our parents or even the 90s or early 2000s, like yearbooks or of high school kids, they looked old. Like if you looked at like a 90s yearbook or a 90s
my mom
TV
looks
show,
just the same.
it's like
in her yearbook.
why do they look like their age in a way? Or an 18-year-old look like a grown man. But when you go out, like my cousin, she's 18, she just graduated. If you see her down the street, you can say this girl's like probably in 8th grade, but she just graduated high school. And when I'm like, what's going on? And like you said, I think it goes back like, what are they putting in this food that that's affecting like?
But then you go to different.
It's the food. What are they feeding the youth?
Yeah.
Like we were just talking about TikTok. Like everything's available for the youngest person in the world.
Development in a way, right?
Well, if you notice, it's not even. So I've seen Mexicans that are light skinned because they don't leave the house. That affecting the way they necessarily look as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're never outside no more. Where as kids, we all used to be outside on the block, right?
Yeah,
That's what
We're
I'm
all
saying.
playing games. You know what I'm saying? They're all inside now.
No,
You
it's
got
true.
kids that are like 6 years old with iPads. Like all they, parents think that they're just over there playing the game. No, these motherfuckers still be surfing the web if y'all not blocking it out. And they seeing certain type of material that they should. I'm not saying like porn or nothing, but they still seeing certain content, right?
For sure.
Did it just we good? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying for the youth is like, we got to find a different direction. Like even with math now, bro, like math now is not what the fuck we grew up with. Excuse my language. Like it's not 2 + 2 is 4 no more. It's just crazy. Like we got to adapt to so many levels nowadays.
No, yeah. It's you damn near want to shout it out, bro. They're seeing it. It's everywhere. Is it time? Is it time? What are we doing, JG?
So-
What'd you ask me at the end of season 6 for going into season 7?
What we getting at? What you saying?
I'm just saying we outside, baby.
We outside with it.
baby.
We outside.
baby.
We hosting another event, y'all. If y'all really don't understand the vibes, man, we hosting another event. I'm gonna just say that real quick. It's gonna be a 2-day event in August. Jay Jonah, if you want to go ahead and spill some beans a little good.
We downtown with it, bro. Like I said,
Stockton.
it's crazy.
Boy.
Not only that, but one, we by the Jets. You know what I'm saying? We got our picture right by the Jets. That's pretty fucking lit to me. And one thing, but the second thing is bro, we're gonna be able to be on the stage where I remember being as a kid. I used to walk by at the Asparagus Festival, whatever festival, whoever artist was playing at the time, just walking by. We might be able to stand up on that stage and say some words and say some wisdom to the people. You feel me?
That's a fact.
August 15th and 14th and 15th. You feel me?
Yes.
We're gonna be at the waterfront. It's gonna be lit.
So y'all just stay tuned for
It's
sure.
gonna be
Because we're
lit.
gonna keep
Tequila
posting it
Fest.
on Blowin Smoke profile. Be sure to tell your aunts, your uncles, your moms, your dads, even your grandmothers. So you really want to come on, get down, down.
This is for the old ones. You know what I'm saying? This is for the old folks type shit.
For the people, that really need to understand, it's a tequila fest, man. Like it's a tequila festival.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be drinks there provided. It's we might have the little stanky up in that thing too. You know what I'm saying? But y'all come through and participate. You know what I'm saying? The tickets gonna sell soon. So like we just giving y'all the pre-notice right now. We'll get you guys the numbers for that later. But just stay tuned with that, please.
Shout out War. Shout out the Jets headlining these
right. Duh. Get a
Yeah.
little lower.
Hey, bring them out. Yeah, bro. I swear, George Lopez.
Shout out George Lopez.
I still watch that shit to this day, bro.
That's crazy.
Did you
Man,
see
I
that
better
study?
see y'all there, bro. For real.
Huh?
So they made a study about that song. They said our generation, the ones that grew up with George Lopez, they had like a little kid and then someone in our age group. And they were sleeping, and then they put that song. The people that woke up were the people that grew up watching George Lopez. It's like some sort of like some sort of like paradox or effect that like a little kid doesn't recognize that sound, so it won't wake up. But it says for our generation, like there people would just like bright and early like, what's going on?
What I say? Anagrams? What is it called?
Analogies?
No.
Anomalies?
No, for Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
algorithms.
Algorithms.
Yeah.
So there's an algorithm in that song where if you watched it so many times, it can literally get someone to wake up out of their sleep.
Yep.
Crazy.
True.
Crazy.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
Are you smoking?
No.
Why aren't you smoking yet, bro? It's like I need to see Emil take a little puff.
Smoke.
You know I'm not a. I can't even think of the word right now. I don't want to be peer pressure, but you feel me? I might.
We'll do it for the pod.
There you go. Do it for BSP.
Do it for the pod. Hey, I got a quote for y'all, and I want to see if we can, do a little bit of dissecting. We kind of said a little bit behind the scenes. So, I heard this quote. It says, "Don't ask God to guide your footsteps if you aren't willing to move your feet." Don't ask God to guide your footsteps if you're not willing to move your feet. What do you guys pull from that quote? If somebody could capitalize off it.
When it comes to that, if you're not putting in the groundwork, you can't expect God's blessings to show. You can't just tell him, hey, bro, let me do this and it happened. Put in the groundwork. You gotta move the feet. You know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you gotta do the groundwork to see God's blessings, because he's gonna put you in the right direction if you're actually out here trying to get it.
So
I like that.
Proverbs 16:9, and I pulled it up. It says, a man's mind plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps and makes them sure. So yeah, it's on us to plan. It's on us to be ready, but he's the one that ultimately directs.
That's the actual quote of the Bible, though.
So I that's where I relate that quote you just shared. It's like, yeah, it's on
you.
It's on us to be ready from the jump, to be ready, but it's on him to open the door and say, all right, go forth.
It's a trip.
Yeah.
It's on y'all motherfuckers tuning in right now. You heard?
Yeah. Just be
Go
ready
out and get it.
Be ready.
Yeah. As long as you put in that work, that opportunity will permit. But do you believe that you really have to stay in tune with, that higher up in order for that result to happen?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you ultimately do. That's, you have to have that what is it? That unity. I mean, the word again says, Jesus said it. He says, like, my sheep know my voice. So when you're tapped in with a higher up, when you have to make a move, and you ask, like, is this the move? And he goes, when you get that, feeling. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm supposed to go that direction. You have that assurance to go that direction. It's much like us and our relationship with our parents, with our dads. Like, I think about it now a lot on my own. Like, I call my dad up once in a while, but at the same time, I know, like, now he'd approve of me making this move. And I go for it because we had that relation, we had that unity where, like, I know what he's thinking, and I know how he would make this move. So that's,
let me show him in the long run.
That I can make the same. I can make the wise move.
Yeah.
That's where wisdom comes in.
What would you say? What would you say actually does help you make the better decisions? Your brain or your gut?
I'm the type of person that.
Wow.
No, that's a good one. I think ultimately I analyze a lot of situations, and I think to the outside world, when I make a decision, it looks hasty. It looks like I made it, like, out of nowhere. But in my head, I've probably been thinking about that for the last 3-4 months. So I do think about it, but ultimately my gut at the end of the day is the one that goes, all right, just go for it. And it seems like that to everyone. Like, oh, he just made a random decision to move to the valley. I'm like, no, that's probably something I've been pondering for over a year. So I think at the end of the day, it's good to analyze and think it out, but your gut's ultimately going to be the one that leads and says, all right, let's get it. Let's take that step. Let's take the risk.
That's real.
What you think, Jay?
I mean, yeah, your gut, because you're.
I like that answer.
Mentally, I feel like, speaking from a personal level, I've had the challenges where mentally I do something and I overthink it right after, or even ponder it a couple of days, which I know that isn't necessarily a good thing, but the gut is what made me do it. You know what I mean? And I know at the end of the day, regardless if I challenge myself or not, I did it. So I got to accept the fact that I did it. You know what I mean? So again, gut. But yeah. That's with that.
Right. No, I'm with you I'm with all of us right now with that gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? Without the analytics of your brain lining up, this, that, and the third, it sounds good. But then even still, when you get in front of that, opening that door or sending that text or sending it, whatever it is that you're going through, that gut really says, send, or grab that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's a trip. Adrenaline or what is that? Like, that gut feeling? What is that feeling? That feeling is, I don't even know what that feeling is called. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like,
your intuition.
Your intuition. There we go.
And let's be honest, how many times have you guys honestly used that and, like, felt it? And how do I word this? Where you confidently, your intuition is right, so go with it, but then you sometimes don't, and the wrong thing happens, and then you see it like, oh shit, I should have went with my gut. You feel me?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Then you got a motherfucker like Kanye West that literally says, I don't listen to my brain. All I do is go with my gut feeling. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
like anything, there's a balance to it all. If you just go gut feeling 100% all the time, you're you might reach a certain level of success, or you might get somewhere, but ultimately you'll fall short of where you ultimately want to go because you're not thinking about it.
Say that.
You want to think about, like, it's good to think 5 years, 10 years into the future, but don't get stuck there. Come back and go, okay, what do I have to do now, day one, to get from here to there? And that's where your gut comes in into, like, what's the next step? What's the next step?
Do you guys have a vision board?
No.
I don't have one either. But I think I want to get one.
I think what I do, I like to write not necessarily like a letter, but I've always tried to journal at some level. Try to kind of write down my thoughts at the end of the day or at the end of the week. And then and what I do a lot is I write down my prayers. And I go back to those prayers at some level, and I could look at a prayer from 5 years ago that I have on my notes on my phone or on an actual journal. And I go, oh, wow. You look back at that stuff and like, dang, a lot of what I did ask for did come through in a way that I didn't even expect.
Wow.
So
by doing that, you notice that where you can appreciate it. Like, man, keep going.
So not necessarily having a vision board. Like, I have goals that I write down for, like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then when I go back in a few years that I go through old boxes and I find that, I'm like, wow, I accomplished it without even realizing it. So that's been a big thing I do.
I got this home video of me with underwear on my head and underwear on my arms, and I'm just over here like singing to my mom this, I want to be like Tupac. I'm like, bro, what the fuck was I thinking in my life? You know what I'm saying? So it's still like a vision. I didn't know what I was trying to do. I just wanted to be out there, like, representing something. But, that's true.
Can I get your most beneficial emotion?
Say that one more time.
Most beneficial emotion. And what do you feel the most beneficial emotion there is?
Like there is, or that I have that I think
just is in general.
Oh,
wow. Beneficial emotion. It brings the most
stability, the ability to.
I don't know if I would. It's probably more of a trait, but I would say resolve, meaning that no matter what happens, you're centered. Like, you might feel some sort of hesitation, some sort of anxiety, but you always come back to that resolve of like, no, I know where I'm headed, I know who I am, and I know where I'm going. So I don't know if that's an emotion.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I think that just that feeling of like, yeah, you might get shook up because of life as it happens, but you always come back to like, I know where I'm headed. And then
what emotion is that? That's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like for me, I can't find my emotion, but it just ties in with just being understanding. The only emotion I say I can come up with that's close to it is just like understanding, and then like caring. I don't know. That's the only thing I can say I can come up with. But like understanding to me is like just I feel like everybody just needs to be more understanding, not just like your environment, but everybody's environment. But not just say you're understanding, but actually show your understanding. Like just show your understanding. So I don't know what the actual quality or whatever it is.
I'm trying to think of the emotions as I said it out loud. Of what are emotions right now? There's anger, love, hate, happiness,
fear.
I say that out loud. I'm gonna be honest. That's the most beneficial emotion. Fear, because you can let your fear judge your whole life. You can let it affect your whole life. You know what I mean? If you go against it, sky's the limit. You know what I mean? Like, but if you don't and you let fear take over, you're like, nah, I won't do that. You'll stay in a box forever, bro.
Yeah,
I like that.
So I feel like the most beneficial emotion is fear, because
once you go through that fear,
you can push through it. Exactly, when you go through it.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
I like
true.
that.
Yeah.
I would love for me, like, but then I'm looking at what you're saying right now. You give a motherfucker too much love, motherfucker like me might start acting. You never know. So, but I'm with you with the fear. That actually makes sense.
Y'all got a shot for me? I don't know what I got.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
Let's take a shot.
Cheers.
Salute.
It's a BSP.
Oh,
man, it's getting hot.
Did you guys see the new trailer for Fast Furious?
I don't know how I feel about it, bro.
How many are they in now?
9.
9 deep.
9.
Should it have ended at the second one?
No, I just think
you said it should have had ended.
Should it have ended at the second one?
That's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
That shit was fuck.
That shit was ill. It
Now,
was
everybody
amazing.
loves Tokyo Drift though.
Yeah, but that's what's interesting. Now Tokyo Drift can get involved, bro. White
Yeah.
boy is back into this one, so it's interesting. I want to see that, but what I'm disappointed is John Cena shouldn't be in the movie.
Yeah. So if
Is he Paul Walker?
No, he's technically Toretto's brother.
So when it comes to
Oh.
franchises, movie franchises, would it be in like the top 10?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just because of
Like, wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
When it comes to movie franchises, is it in the
Yes.
top 10? Yeah.
Yeah, you said
It has to
franchise.
be.
When you said franchise, you got to put it up there.
because it changed shit. It made people go out and go get the GTRs. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
soup
No,
them
it's true.
up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I never seen souped up cars imports until Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
Which franchise do you think should have ended after the second movie?
Oh man, let me think. That's a hard one.
After the second one?
There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of them, bro.
I think Rush Hour 2.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not the
That was
third
the
one.
first one that came to my mind, but no.
No, not the third one. The third one wasn't it for me,
It
bro.
wasn't it.
What?
No, the third one wasn't it.
Damn.
Sorry.
Expendables. I didn't like the third one.
The Expendables.
Yeah, I feel that.
I didn't like the third one.
Hangover 3. I didn't like.
Ooh, that's a good one to put in there. I
Yeah,
say.
the 1 and 2 were good.
One and two
Three-
were fire.
The one with the three was the monkey and they're in Thailand?
Yeah, they're in Thailand.
Yeah.
No, the third one, they're back in the States, aren't they?
I don't
Second
think.
one's Thailand.
So you like the one with Thailand? I didn't like the one with Thailand.
Yeah,
It was
It
Thailand.
Thailand.
never lived up. The first one was just so different that they couldn't live up to it.
Yeah,
Fact.
That's true. That shouldn't have just went past one.
But
Yeah.
then Friday, next Friday, or Friday after next. Do you think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, should they have,
That franchise.
is next Friday actually better than Friday? Is Friday after next better than next Friday? Should they have stopped at just next Friday with Mike Epps and Ice Cube, the first one, when they was in Rancho Cucamonga?
I would have stopped at Friday.
At Friday?
Yeah,
Damn. Hell no. Dudes can get paid. They had to come back with another one. God damn.
because
Yeah.
Friday is
true.
everlasting.
What about
though.
barbershops?
I like them.
All of them. I say.
I like
They
'em.
would have all. Yeah, no,
I
they-
like 'em.
Those
They're
would
solid.
have definitely stayed all.
Solid. Everything Ice Cube touches is really, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
What is that? What's the other one with the house?
Are we there yet? No.
Are we
yeah,
there
those
yet?
are
Yep.
solid.
Those
Those
are
are
solid,
solid.
too.
I like them all.
Shout out Q, man, you killing them.
Cute did work.
Q, killing them.
Killing them. Get us in the movie, Cube.
Factor. Or in a big three. Nah, we ain't there yet. Fuck it. We
But
ain't there
I
yet.
mean, I think we gotta take a deep breath for the time, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can we get a? It's time, baby.
Smells like ass.
TPH time, baby. So we dive into the mind of a true PH, getting in the mind of a true piehead. If we're all drinkers here, we like to like emails pouring up as we speak. JG likes to drink on a daily. And I'm just gonna throw your shit
Hourly.
out there.
Not ours.
If you had one alcohol to choose from for a year, what are you drinking? You can only choose one alcohol. It could be a mixed drink because that counts as an alcohol in the rest
Yeah,
of juices.
yeah.
That's a good question.
Just for a year. I'm not gonna say longer than a year because at the end of the day,
I'm for sure going ranch water. The ranch water.
What the fuck
what
is ranch
the
water?
fuck is that, Emilio?
No,
What
no
is
one
ranch?
knows.
What is
Bro,
I learned about it recently, and I'm
So-
in
Look,
love
he's
with
that
on
it.
sounds
it.
like
He
it's
said, "I'm
moonshine.
promoting
What is
it."
that, moonshine?
No.
Have you ever had that
No,
moonshine?
I haven't.
No.
Emil, you had it?
So ranch water is a shot of tequila. It could be tequila of choice in ice, with a lime squeezed in, and then topped off with a Topo Chico mineral water.
I was
Which
gonna send a
we
text.
tried in LA
Yeah.
on the BSP on the road.
Yeah.
that one
I wrote
day.
out a text. I wrote it out. I said, Emilio, you want to just make the drinks that you did? I was like, nope, let me just not do that because I didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
Those fucking shits that he just described, fire.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
it's refreshing.
For
refreshing.
refreshing, you just be drinking them motherfuckers.
So-
no
I'm
cap.
sure in the
especially
valley.
now
you
that I'm
be
in the
eating-
valley,
Yeah.
That's all I drink.
Emil was
I
out in
forgot that.
Palm Springs at 118 degree weather. I'm sure he was asking for
It
that
was
shit.
bad. Yep.
I would love to say something like that because I don't know anything like that. Of course, I'm gonna be like the whole bottle and just take shots. But that shit that he just said, no cap, man, that's him.
It's the one.
If I can just do it with some cognac.
Potentially, maybe.
So
That's
my
your answer?
Yep, them shits is fucking fire, bro. Because I don't want to just drink shots all damn day. But if I had to drink those and just drink like 4 of those all day type thing,
Oh yeah, you catch a vibe.
my God.
I could drink wine for a year.
Oh yeah, wine.
I'll
I
sip
didn't know
on some-
wine was in the category.
It's in any alcohol. I'll save some expensives in.
Some Zen.
some expensive Zen for a
Zen's
year.
heavy.
Zen's is sweeter though. No, Pinot's.
They're sweeter. No, Zen's
Either Zen-
Zen's is sweeter. Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been liking red blends lately, guys.
Red blends
it's
are-
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'd go with
It's
a red
been on my
blend.
sweet
Yeah.
shit pause.
Red
You
blends
know
I
If
what
you
I
give
mean?
them to
too.
my wines, I'd go with a red blend.
Yeah, for a year.
Yep.
But then I don't know. I have my nights where it's like I don't want to drink 3 bottles.
Because you might get a red blend that has more Zinfandel than Pinot or more Zinfandel than
Saw my
Char-
boy was drinking a Chardonnay last week,
Oh, it was
and he did not
disgusting.
feel it.
It was disgusting, bro. It was not it, guys.
Yeah.
Again, I repeat, no Chardonnay for your boy Jay Jonah in that one.
What we drink?
You drank the Ron Stevens. How was that?
That was cool. The Earth was cool. Earth
Yeah.
Stevens was cool. I got another one for y'all. So, what is the reason that made you guys move out in the first place? Like, when did you guys start fending for yourself, and what made you guys want to do that?
So I was out at 18. I would kind of grew up the same way as Emil in the sense where my dad tripped the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is wrong?
Your dad, bro.
What did I do? You know what I mean? Like, he's like, what you're not comfortable? You know what I'm saying? What can we do to make you comfortable? But for me, it was independence. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be independent. I wanted to smoke weed when I wanted to smoke weed without disappointing my dad by coming home high. You get what I mean?
So you made the
I'm not saying weed.
$800 month sacrifice because you didn't.
Not to say to smoke weed, that wasn't it. But it's just independence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that.
You hear this, Pops?
I
I feel
feel
what he's
that,
saying.
though. I feel that.
He's saying he moved out for $800
Yeah,
so he can smoke.
Like his own little oasis. His
No,
oasis.
that's what's sickening is my first spot was $650 a month for 1 bedroom, 1 bath. The same thing I'm sure is like $1,200 right now.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. That's the sickening part about it.
BSP need to get into real estate.
$650 gets you a parking spot in the city.
Damn.
A parking spot.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Lord, give me strength.
Oh my goodness.
For real,
But
for
yeah,
real.
my answer to that is independence, bro. I needed my own independence, and I'm glad I did because I learned early. I feel like, right? I feel like now longevity, I know what it takes to maintain living on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because been doing this since I was 18.
For
Fact.
sure.
You feel me?
Fact.
I think for me it was I mean, after I graduated high school, I went and lived in Texas on my own there for a year with some roommates through the school. I lived in the dorms. That definitely developed a level of independence, and my relationship with my parents changed for sure. Again, my dad was like, "Why are you going all the way out there? Like, stay here. Why you got to go to school out there?" Later on, he's like, "Hey, when you have a kid, you'll understand why I was tripping about that." But that definitely solidified our relationship more, where he started seeing me not only as his son, but as like, becoming a man and as a colleague and someone he had to speak to and train differently growing up. And then, I came back home, went to school here. I moved back in with the house because, living in the Bay, it's kind of what you have to do unless you're working 3 jobs.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, though, because that's two different environments. Where I'm in Stockton, I'm able to necessarily afford it on a minimum.
So
wage
while I was
shit.
going to school, I was working Fridays and Saturdays at an office, working 16 hours a week, at that time making like $12-13 an hour. So I'm like, I can't afford anywhere. So my mom and dad are like, well, as long as you live here, you don't have to pay bills, you don't have to pay rent, as long as you're going to school. So I finished school, got a job, and as soon as that happened, I'm like, well, I still can't live on my own. It's still too expensive out here. So my parents like, all right, just pay rent. And I started helping them out with bills, helping them out with rent. I was telling Jonah, I shared a room with my brothers till I was probably 25 or 26. I have 2 younger brothers living in the Bay.
Shout out Fed.
Shout out Fed. Shout out Bean. Lived with them. We shared a room till I was 26. So I probably shared a room for 20 years of my life.
Sacrifice, bro.
But it was sacrifice. It was a family. I mean, when I look at what my parents did for us, I'm like, that was nothing compared to everything they had to do for us. But it got to the point where, blessings on blessings came. I got a better job. I got some more income coming in, and I was able to make that move. And it wasn't like, oh, I need to get out this house, I'm tired of my parents. It was more like kind of an internal feeling like, hey, it's time. Like, you can do it on your own. You've been working towards this. Go for it. I had that conversation with them. And, when my mom was like, go for it. Let's get it.
That's dope.
Dad was like, why are you trying to move out? Like, come on, what's wrong with you? No. I can't, what's the problem? But no, he got it. I think it was all a precursor, a primer to me even moving further away from home now. But I've seen the benefits of it as far as me growing up and thinking more and being more like that decisions are really on me to make. my relationship with my parents has definitely changed where it's not necessarily, I see them, they still respect them as my parents, but our conversations are more of like colleagues almost.
Mm.
And that's very different. I think that's been cool in that whole experience.
Wow.
You're talking to them in a different form now.
Yeah, we talk about different. I mean, we might talk about the same things, but now it's at a different level. It's a deeper level. Like today, I was, talking to my mom. They're thinking of like doing something with the house, selling, refinancing, and we had like a full on conversation with them about that.
How to do it type shit.
I'm like,
that's
whoa, like
dope.
that's crazy that we're educating each other through that process.
Real quick before you answer, what that feeling like when you got to that first time you got your first room by yourself, made your own little decoration to your room? How was that?
I'm still trying to figure out my motif, my aesthetic. Even
motif.
Yeah,
like,
what do I like? Do I like the outdoorsy? Do I want the minimal? Do I want the clean? White furniture look? Do I want the woody look? So that's kind of what I'm going with right now. I have like wood accents in my furniture. I have like my white bed frame and header. So I'm liking this minimal look, but then I'm like, do I want to just go full on man cave with it too?
I can see it now.
So
hey baby, how you doing? I didn't met you at the Ave. You know what I'm saying? I didn't met you. Hey, let's go back to my crib.
Oh, I met you at the cafe.
As soon as she opened up the door, oh my God, I don't know. Let me drop these off real quick. She started pulling them, man. Okay, Emil, do your thug this with my dog.
No, but it was crazy. It was like, man, I can leave the light on if I want. No one's yelling at me for snoring or talking too loud or whatever.
Or you're not getting waking up early.
Yeah, not getting waking up early. So that was pretty awesome.
Worst pet peeve, worst thing your parents would always say to you growing up with them. I'll go first. Every day, I had my own room. You know what I'm saying?
Must be nice.
My mom going. God damn it, man! All right, hold on. This is relatable. No, hold on. So this is relatable right now. This is relatable. I have my own room, right? My own bed. I'll go up, go to school, come back, this and the third. I'll get in trouble almost 4 days out of the week type thing. John, you need to start making your bed. It's my bed. Like, I'm the only one going in my room, on my bed, sleeping in this, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to get in it anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look like that right when I get in. I can just throw the sheets on.
What's so important about making your bed, Mom? Like, but I'm going to let my kid know moving forward. Just cleanliness. Like, now when I move out now, when people walk in, oh, let me see your house. Bam, okay, I got a nice clean bed.
Grandma can come in at any time of the day.
Say that.
And it looks
Stay ready.
Stay ready. You ain't never got to get ready.
What's y'all's? What's y'all's that y'all grew up? Not pet peeve. Oh, actually, said it.
Or like biggest thing in the house. My biggest thing in the house was, and now that I'm in the age, I get why. But my mom would always call us right as soon as we got home from school. She'd call. She'd go take the chicken out the freezer.
Oh my God!
And when you didn't,
oh my God!
When you didn't,
oh my God!
And I'm like, what's the big problem? But now, I'm at home at lunch and I go, I didn't take out the chicken.
Oh,
what am I gonna do?
What would happen if you didn't do it though? Like, be honest with me. Like, don't. You know what I'm saying? What would happen if you didn't do it?
Oh, I'd get taken into the other room.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't get to that level.
Yeah,
but you know what happened?
My mom was 0 to 100.
It would be chicken for dinner, right? If I didn't bring it out, you know what the fuck I'm eating for dinner? Lean cuisine, bro. Lean cuisine.
Oh man,
they had
Blue Box. Bro,
they had them ready for you.
My mom always had them with the fudge brownie and the macaroni and cheese.
The penguin or whatever it was.
The penguin.
Yeah.
Forget taking out something again if you want to.
Those are trash, bro.
Bro,
those are trash.
As Lennon and Quincy, like, I need another one.
I
no cap, you know what I'm saying? No cap.
I think my mom's was heavy on the cleanliness too as well. Like, and then it's funny too because I never did it as a kid, and she always used to like nag at me like, you ain't gonna be shit type shit when you're older if you don't do this shit. But it worked. It worked though, like on a sense of like pushing me to do that. I didn't do it as a kid, but growing up and getting in my own space, I had to do that. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, not to say mom was gonna do it, but I knew it was gonna get done if I did it or not. You know what I mean? Just because you know what I'm saying? It needed to look good regardless.
Bro, I had to do my own laundry.
As a kid?
Yeah, as a kid, like 10 to like until I moved out type shit.
Well, even that, like having your own laundry basket, making sure everything went in there, you know what I'm saying? Not letting clothes gather up. I get on my little brother, and it's funny how you said that, how you notice other people are fucking dirty. But when I used to be in fucking sports and then them hotel rooms and
Oh,
on the people
yeah,
I bunked
yeah.
with, they got their clothes everywhere. I'm in my little corner, got everything stacked up, looking square. You know what I mean?
Yep, I get
Bro,
you.
and I told my little brother, I was like, let me find out you're one of them dirty ass motherfuckers that is out here in the room, got
Yeah,
everything
don't be
everywhere.
that kid. Don't
Cannot
be that kid.
kid. You feel me, Max? Everybody said it. Don't be the kid. Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
How y'all feeling though? Where we at, Emil?
Yes, we in Tomorrowland.
We're about hour 5 in.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, look at
That's
us.
perfect.
All right, hold on. If
Let's
you
play
had
this
to,
final shot.
and,
Final shot.
All right, bet. Emil, you got something over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Bet. All right.
Man.
Oh, dude, what?
It's the Duke
You tried to put it on the.
Yeah.
Hey, Emil, you kind of capped on it. I mean, spoke on it earlier, way earlier in the podcast. I'm gonna try and recite this again. Not even again. If you shout out to the Duce. If you had to live with one, all right. You gotta choose between the other. If you had to live with one or the other, you have to live with a cat lady for free or a house with every single one of your relatives for the rest of your life. Who you
You
choosing?
answered it.
I already answered it, but the second choice, my relatives.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Say that.
That's nothing to him. I
That's
feel like
nothing at this point.
you would enjoy it at some
Yeah.
point. You know, if I had to accept it, I feel like I'd accept that. Grandma
Oh,
making
yeah.
food every
Yeah.
morning when I wake up, I'm good. You know what I mean?
John,
Yo,
let's call it
bro.
a Saturday at my parents' house.
Hey, I mean, what, man? If y'all don't know Emilio, go follow Emil Bustos on Instagram right now. Like, it should be right here. Go follow him. Because every week, this motherfucker be out and about. I'm like, bro, like, you in Tennessee, come back home. He had a whole pool oasis. He had the whole family over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, every week is something different, my man. Y'all need to tap in with him.
He's a goat.
Without
Absolutely.
Emilio, we wouldn't have Blowin Smoke podcast, y'all.
Wow,
You know what
wow,
I'm saying?
like
It's
that.
real.
While we take this shot,
No, he said it's real.
final shot.
Salute.
Shout out
If
to
you had
BSP.
if you had one superhero to be your best friend, who would it be?
Ant-Man.
Ooh.
My superhero.
You said who?
Hmm?
You said who?
Hmm?
Can we get some what? Can we get some what? I gotta drink.
What you say, Email?
I want to say Batman, but Batman's too
DC?
dark, so I'm gonna say Iron Man.
What you got against dark people, bro?
No, he's just like he's a loner. He's like a mope. He mopes on
Yeah,
his.
yes,
'cause he's-
energy you don't
So
want to
he,
be
so
having
he's
around
dark
you.
and he mopes. He's dark.
He's not dark like that. Look at me, I'm darker than
I'm
him.
kidding. I'm kidding.
No, he's
It's my brother over here. I just want to tap
Yeah,
in.
that
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
He's got a dark energy to him.
No, yeah, that's
So I'd rather
negativity
go
you
with
don't
Iron
want
Man.
around you.
He does.
With
It's
Tony Stark.
It's Batman.
Tony Stark is my best friend. That'd be.
That's a very stubborn mind around you too, though. Like I get it, you learn a lot from that motherfucker too. Don't get
Yeah,
me
but
wrong.
I also get all the toys.
It's your best friend.
Big
Hey,
toys.
Yeah, let me borrow the.
And you
let
can
me
hop
borrow
in
the
the
suit.
suit.
Let me borrow the suit.
Let me borrow the R8, all the cars, the house. Fuck
I need to
that.
come to this
Man.
tequila fest. Let me borrow the suit.
Man, let me pull up right, huh?
Oh, you gonna kill him if you do that shit. Who's war? We got Iron Man here. No cap.
So who is it, JG? Superhero.
Mine would probably have to say Black. No, I'm just kidding. Black Panther solid. Iron Cap. Shout out to my man Chadwick Boseman. But it has to be
Intrigued for that.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
for me. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Which one?
Peter Parker.
No, but who?
Why do I always say that? God damn it. Shout out. And then you got Jonah every time. Like, I'll do it. He be like,
Peter
man,
Parker, bro.
his name is Peter Parker, John. Tobey Maguire, bro.
Toby.
Tobey Maguire.
Really?
Yeah. That
Shout
one.
out Toby.
Oh, you're
Tobey
Toby
Maguire.
too?
Yes,
Oh,
Team
Yeah,
Toby
that's
all
the best
way.
Spider-Man.
This-
Hold on, let me see.
That's the best
No,
Spider-Man.
I
Are
don't
you
want to
going for the
get
new
bro's
kid?
name wrong.
Everybody likes the new one, though. Everybody
Tom?
likes the new one.
What's his name? Tom Holland?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Bro,
I like Tom Holland.
my answer to that, my
but-
best friend, because like I said, Batman's bad energy, bro. Tom Holland's energy in all the new Spider-Man movies, Avenger movies. That's my dog, bro. And he's a youth. His
Hey,
mind will just keep
going-
going. He'll keep me young.
Going back to it, Spider-Man 3 should have never been made.
Definitely.
Fact.
Spider-Man 1 and
Facts.
2, those are the movies.
Definitely.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Facts.
The black.
I'm glad
the
you
black-
highlighted that.
Yeah, Venom one.
When he went emo with his all
yeah,
hairs all to the
Venom, all
side.
that shit.
Like,
That shit was
bro.
whack, bro.
Yeah.
He should not have done
Yeah,
that.
they
one.
killed that one.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
Emil, we appreciate you for getting on
What
the
is
other side of
yours,
the camera.
Jonah? Who's your superhero?
I just said it. Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Oh, Tom Holland. Okay,
he'll
yep,
keep
yep.
me. He'll
Yep.
keep me young.
Got you.
Young.
Bro, we appreciate you for
Hey, love
sliding
being
through,
with you
bro.
guys.
Getting on the other side of the camera
Hey, thank
today.
you,
You know what I'm
fellas.
saying? It was a great conversation. You already know.
Dope conversation as
Hey,
always.
make sure y'all go get y'all tickets, man.
Ooh, Don't forget.
We gonna be outside with it.
August 14, 15. August 14, 15,
Yes,
downtown
sir.
Stockton, California.
Go get y'all tickets, man.
You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends, 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 tell
And
your
your
family.
friend's mama, your friend's baby mama's mama,
Simple,
you feel me? Your grandma.
simple,
I need to see
simple.
all of them. I'm kissing babies.
Simple.
I'm shaking hands. You already know what it
Simple.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Just click the link in the bio. Y'all have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Let's
already
do
know
it.
the vibes. It's your boy JG.
You already know it's Jay Jonah.
Who we got? Who we got over there?
Emil over here.
Man, y'all better not forget it, man. That's
Yes,
that's
sir.
the executive over there. Signing out this thing. It's blowing smoke. I'm out of win.